Let's talk about the MPC Live that just came out, the MPC Live 3. For me, I don't see no reason to upgrade from the MPC Live 2. Because what these brands do, like Akai and Native Instruments, they want to take us away from the computer, which is fine. You know, you can't take us away from the computer and charge us thousands of pounds, dollars, and you still take us out of the computer and you give us underpowered machines. You're still giving us underpowered machines. The computer, your laptop is still more powerful than a hardware that costs close to like $2,000. You can get a used laptop for £200, £150. They can still run VSTs. They can run all your plugins. And can run your DAW as well. So why can't we have that same power in these boxes? You know, you keep putting substandard CPUs in all those boxes and you're charging thousands for that. We can't even run VSTs. We can't even run the plugins that we so much love. We understand that you want to make it portable and something that we can all take along with us, but make it powerful enough. Because we want to be able to do everything in the same box. We don't want to be transferring from a hardware and back to the computer. Why? Going back and forth. So why can't we run an operative system that we're using on our computer on the MPCs, on the Native Instruments, on the other brands? Why can't we have the same power in the box? They can do that. But every year they come out with substandard products and charging us more money for the same product. They add few things and they make us pay hell for those things. We want real CPUs. We want power in the box. That's what it's all about. If you want to charge $2,000 for a hardware, make it powerful enough. I want to be able to work away from my laptop and my computer and be able to have that same power, that same efficiency. I don't want to have just a little screen. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a bigger screen, 10 inches, where I can feel like I'm still in my computer space, but in a box. I have the hardware where I can have all the controls. I love all the controls in this hardware, MPCs and all that. But the power is missing. Because I don't want to be working out of a box in my own little box and don't have that same plugins that I've used at my everyday plugins. I want to be able to have that same VSTs, wave plugins. You know, I want to be able to have all the brands that I work with on my computer in the same box. So why can't you make it powerful enough? You can do that. Back in the days, that's about 20, 15 years ago, they had the Nico. Is it the Miko? I'm just going to Google it. The Miko, Timberland, and these other guys. They created some kind of MPC like with a Windows operating system and it's bigger, you know. They did that like 15, 20 years ago. So why can't Native Instruments, why can't what's it called? Live, everything live. Why can't we have all those things? Why can't the MPC come up with that as well? Power in the box, that's what we want. It's for the price of a used computer, I can do more than a guy that has an MPC that worth grand, that worth 2,000, 3,000. You know, these boxes they're not upgradable. You can upgrade the boxes. Every 3 years, they come up with a newer version with something shiny. They put a little bit of CPU to it, improve on the RAMs. Man, give us the real thing. The Koala, for example, you can do more with the Koala than all those boxes. The Koala costs just £5 4 point something, £4 plus. And you can do a lot with your Koala. You can do a lot with your Android phone, with your iOS phones or tablets. You can do a lot with your Samsung tablets nowadays. You can sample on the Koala. You can make full beats on the Koala for £5. You know, so why do they always keep giving up? Look, what's it called? Your Samsung phones, they've got 12 gigs of RAM. 12 gig of RAM on the phone. 12 gig of RAM on the phone. But why can't we have the same power in the box? You know, you keep selling boxes where we had to be looking for way out how we can manage the CPUs of the boxes that cost grands, thousands. Makes no sense. I'm calling all the brands. Stop bringing shiny products without the power. We don't want those shiny products. Give us real power. People want power in the box. I want to feel the same sensation that I feel in my studio when I'm working with an MPC, when I'm working with a machine, when I'm working with an Ableton Live push and all that. I want to feel that same. I want to be in my bed. You know, I can do stuff with a software, Microsoft Surface Pro, for example, which is very light. I can sit in my bed, put on a headphone, I can make real music with that. I use Microsoft Surface Pro that's about 7 years old. I can make more. I can have more power in that little box in my bedroom, making music. I can go anywhere with my laptop and still make good music. I understand the comfort of having everything in the box. The what's it called? Your controller. You have the pads. You have everything in one. The what's it called? The audio interface in one. That's cool. That should be power in the box. We want power, real power in the box. Real power in the box. Stop charging us for products that are not any different. 10% better than the ones you sold to us 3 years ago for $2,000. Makes no sense. So if you're gonna spend your money on a shiny product, make sure it's something that's powerful enough to take you away from the computer. I'm not gonna buy all this. I'm gonna wait for them until somebody else buys it and they get sick of it. I'm gonna buy it for them for 2/3 of the price or 1/3 of the price. That's what I do. I don't waste my money and just go buy stuff. You know, so it makes no sense. We understand that music these days don't really pay as it used to be. Now we have the AI shit going on. So give us something that'll make us we want to pay for something that's what we pay for. That's what it's all about. So all the top brand, give us power in the box. Stop giving us machines that are not able to give us that same experience that we get when we use our computers. That's what we want. Peace out, guys. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'll be coming out with some more videos. I've had my YouTube's page. I've really neglected this for some time now, but I'm back into music again. So I'll be doing tips. I just downloaded the Koala. And it's really interesting. You know, I've made some Afro beats, some nice R&B beats on the Koala. So I'll be giving you tips and tricks on how to make a complete song with what you have. Use what you have. Don't spend money. Money don't make your music sound better. The skills that you have is what makes your music better. Because nowadays you can do music with everything. Stop wasting your money. Peace out.